Welcome back. Arizona Senator Mark Kelly fights back against the Pentagon's efforts to demote him. It comes after Kelly, a retired naval captain, encouraged service members to refuse illegal orders in a video back in November. New Hampshire Congresswoman Goodlander was also one of the 6 veteran lawmakers in that video. Yesterday, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth moved to demote Kelly and cut his retirement pay. Hegseth also issued a letter of censure against Kelly. Kelly has pledged to fight it.
It's nonsense. It's also hypocritical because what I said in November is the exact same thing that Pete Hegseth said
years ago
in 2016. This is about stifling people's speech.
Really doesn't care about people and the economics.
Hegseth has said Kelly is the only lawmaker involved in the video facing investigation because he's the only one who formally retired from the military, still under the Pentagon's jurisdiction.